First Contact's Deception. Dr. Elena Santos' fingers hovered over the quantum decryption matrix as she stared at the holographic display floating before her in the dimly lit analysis chamber of Luna Base Intelligence Division. The characters scrolling across her screen weren't supposed to exist, at least not according to the Confederation's official historical archives. "Run it again," she ordered the AI assistant, her dark eyes reflecting the blue glow of cascading alien text. Cross-reference with all known variants of pre-unification Confederation dialects. For 3 months, she had been analyzing the data fragment recovered from a derelict probe found drifting in the Kuiper Belt. Most of her colleagues had dismissed it as space debris, another relic from humanity's early ventures into space. But Elena knew better. The probe's composition included trace elements that didn't exist in Earth's periodic table. The AI's response materialized in her neural feed. Analysis complete. 99.8% match with encrypted diplomatic protocols dating approximately 300 years prior to first contact with Earth. Elena's heart raced. She had suspected something was off about humanity's first encounter with the Galactic Confederation ever since she'd started working as a xenolinguistic analyst. The official story was that the Confederation had detected Earth's early quantum experiments and reached out in the spirit of peaceful cooperation. But the timing had always seemed too convenient. "Display comparative analysis," she commanded. The holographic display split, showing the recovered text alongside known Confederation diplomatic records. The similarities were undeniable, but it was the differences that made her blood run cold. The recovered text contained phrases like containment protocol, technological suppression, and preemptive integration. These weren't the words of a civilization reaching out in friendship. They were the carefully crafted plans of an empire identifying a potential threat. Elena's neural implant pinged with an urgent message from her supervisor. "Director Chen, my office. Now, bring everything." The walk to Director Chen's office through Luna Base's crystalline corridors felt longer than usual. Other analysts barely glanced up from their workstations as she passed, their neural interfaces keeping them focused on their respective tasks. None of them knew that humanity's understanding of its place in the galaxy was about to change forever. Director Chen was waiting at his desk, his augmented eyes fixing her with an unblinking stare as she entered. "Tell me you haven't uploaded this to the central database," he said without preamble. "Of course not, sir. Protocol requires direct supervisor review for any first contact-related discoveries." Elena placed her secure data crystal on his desk. "But you need to see this. The Confederation didn't find us by accident." Chen's augmented eyes flickered as he absorbed the data. His expression remained neutral, but Elena noticed his hands tighten almost imperceptibly on his desk's edge. "How many others know about this?" "Just my AI assistant running on an isolated quantum core. No network connections." Chen nodded slowly. "Good. Because what you found." He paused, bringing up a secure holographic display. "It matches something we discovered 3 weeks ago in the Confederation's diplomatic quarter on Mars." The display showed what appeared to be architectural plans, but Elena immediately recognized the patterns hidden within the seemingly decorative elements. They were the same type of encrypted messages she'd found in the probe. "They've been watching us since our first nuclear tests," Chen continued. "Everything. The first contact, the technology sharing, our integration into the Confederation. It was all carefully orchestrated to guide our development along approved paths." Elena felt a chill run down her spine. "The quantum technology they shared with us. Deliberately limited," Chen finished. "But they made a crucial mistake. They assumed we would only pursue development along the paths they showed us." He stood, walking to the window that overlooked the lunar surface. In the distance, Earth hung like a blue jewel against the black of space. "Humanity has never been good at staying within prescribed boundaries. Dr. Santos, while they were watching our official research programs, they missed the theoretical work being done in places they never thought to look." "Sir?" Elena asked, sensing there was more. Chen turned back to her, a slight smile playing at the corners of his mouth. Have you ever wondered why we maintain physical libraries of printed books in this age of neural networks? Or why we still teach our children to do mathematical calculations by hand? Understanding dawned on Alina. We've been developing our own path of quantum mechanics, something they couldn't detect because we kept it off the networks. Precisely. And now, thanks to your discovery, we know we don't have much time before they realize their containment protocol is failing. Chen's augmented eyes gleamed. Humanity is about to show the Confederation why attempting to cage us was their greatest mistake. He handed her a new data crystal, this one bearing the highest security markings she'd ever seen. Welcome to Project Prometheus, Dr. Santos. It's time to bring fire to the gods. As Alina accepted the crystal, alert signals began blaring throughout Luna Base. On Earth below, millions of Confederation monitoring devices simultaneously activated, their silent signals racing toward distant stars. The game was about to begin, but not in the way the Confederation had planned. The containment protocol was about to meet human ingenuity, and the galaxy would never be the same. The Silent Revolt. Commander Marcus Wright stood in the heart of the Atacama installation, surrounded by technology that officially didn't exist. 3 kilometers beneath the Earth's driest desert, humanity had built something impossible, a quantum computing core that operated on principles the Confederation claimed were theoretically unworkable. Status report on Phoenix Protocol, he commanded, his voice echoing in the vast underground chamber. The chamber's walls, lined with crystalline matrices grown from Earth minerals, pulsed with a soft amber light. Dr. Yuki Tanaka, their lead quantum architect, looked up from her workstation. Final simulations are showing 97% stability across all test parameters. The Confederation's quantum detection grid can't see us because they're looking for the wrong signatures. Around them, dozens of scientists and engineers worked at similar stations, each focused on different aspects of humanity's secret weapon. What made their achievement remarkable wasn't just the technology itself, but how they developed it. While the Confederation watched their networks for signs of unauthorized quantum research, humanity had gone old school, using paper, physical models, and human brains operating free from neural interfaces. They think quantum manipulation requires their crystalline matrices, Yuki continued, pride evident in her voice. They never considered that Earth's organic compounds could form similar structures. We didn't break their laws of physics, we just found a different way to work with them. Marcus nodded, remembering the day they'd made the breakthrough. A young botanist, studying the quantum effects in photosynthesis, had noticed patterns similar to Confederation quantum computers in ordinary chlorophyll molecules. That observation had led to Project Phoenix, a completely organic quantum computing system that operated outside the Confederation's understanding of the technology. His neural implant buzzed with an encrypted message from Luna Base. Director Chen's voice filled his mind. They're moving faster than we anticipated. The Confederation's High Council just called an emergency session. How close are we? Tell Dr. Santos her discovery lit a fire under everyone, Marcus subvocalized. We're nearly ready. Tanaka's team has solved the stability issues. A holographic display sprang to life in the center of the chamber, showing a real-time map of Confederation monitoring stations across Earth and the solar system. Thousands of points of light representing their surveillance network blinked steadily, unaware that they were watching for the wrong things. What they never understood, Yuki said, joining him at the display, is that humanity's greatest strength isn't our technology. It's our diversity of thought. They expected us to follow their path of development because they couldn't imagine there could be other paths. Marcus watched as she pulled up another display, this one showing the organic quantum cores they'd built into facilities around the world. On paper, they were water treatment plants, agricultural centers, and environmental monitoring stations. In reality, they formed a planetary-scale quantum computer that operated on principles the Confederation had never explored. Their containment protocol assumes they know all possible paths of quantum development, Yuki continued. They built their monitoring systems to detect any attempt to exceed their artificial limitations, but you can't contain what you don't understand. An alert flashed across Marcus's neural feed. Another message from Lunabase. Elena Santos had decoded more of the probe's data, revealing the full scope of the Confederation's plans. They weren't just containing humanity's development. They were preparing to actively suppress it if necessary. How long until they realize their monitoring systems are blind to our quantum network? Marcus asked. Yuki's expression was grim. They already suspect something. Their latest software update to Earth's quantum infrastructure included new detection algorithms. They're looking for gaps in their coverage. But they're still looking for crystalline quantum signatures, Marcus finished, not organic ones. Exactly. It's like they're searching for radio waves while we're using light. Same electromagnetic spectrum, completely different frequency. Another alert, this one from their deep space monitoring array. Confederation ships were changing their patrol patterns, moving into positions that would give them better coverage of Earth's space traffic. They're getting nervous, Marcus observed. They know something's coming, but they can't see what it is. Yuki smiled, her fingers dancing across her holographic controls. Let them look. By the time they figure it out, Project Phoenix will be ready. There's an old Earth saying that seems appropriate. The best place to hide a tree is in a forest. And we've built our quantum forest right under their noses, Marcus said, using the one thing they never thought to monitor, life itself. Around them, the organic quantum core pulsed with increasing strength, its power hidden from Confederation sensors by its very nature. Humanity hadn't just found a way around their restrictions. They'd discovered an entirely new path of technological development, one that merged biology and quantum physics in ways the Confederation had never imagined. A final message from Luna Base scrolled across Marcus's neural feed. High Council meeting in 1 hour. Confederation ships moving into defensive positions. Time to show them what humanity can do. Marcus turned to Yuki. Begin final preparations for Phoenix Protocol. When they make their move, we'll show them why trying to contain human ingenuity was their greatest mistake. The organic quantum cores pulsed in harmony, their power building not in the crystalline matrices the Confederation could detect, but in the very fabric of Earth's biosphere. Humanity's silent revolt was about to become very, very loud. Operation Earthrise. Admiral Sarah Hawthorne stood on the bridge of the ETS Prometheus, Earth's first bioquantum warship, watching as the massive vessel's organic systems pulsed with life. From the outside, it looked like any other human vessel built to Confederation specifications, a simple transport ship making a routine cargo run to Mars. The truth was far more interesting. Bioquantum core at full capacity. Lieutenant Rivera reported from his station. Organic camouflage systems functioning perfectly. As far as Confederation sensors are concerned, we're just another rust bucket hauling minerals. Sarah allowed herself a small smile. The ship around them was humanity's masterpiece, a perfect fusion of organic computing and human engineering. Its hull contained millions of engineered chlorophyll cells, each one part of a vast quantum computing network that operated completely outside Confederation detection parameters. Status of Confederation patrols, she asked. 3 cruisers maintaining standard observation patterns around Earth, Rivera responded. They're still focused on monitoring conventional quantum signatures. Our bioquantum emissions are registering as normal biological background radiation. A flash of light on her neural feed indicated an incoming transmission from Earth. Director Chen's voice filled her mind. The High Council meeting just ended. They've authorized implementation of their suppression protocol. Confederation warships are powering up their primary weapon systems. Time to show them our cards. Sarah broadcast to all Earth defense stations. Begin Operation Earthrise. Across Earth's surface, thousands of seemingly innocent facilities, farms, gardens, even national parks, suddenly linked their organic quantum networks into a single planet-spanning consciousness. The Prometheus's bioquantum core synchronized with the planetary network, its power growing exponentially. Confederation ships are detecting massive power fluctuations from Earth's surface, Rivera reported. They're trying to locate the source, but our organic quantum signatures are confusing their sensors. Sarah opened a channel to all Earth forces. This is Admiral Hawthorne. Execute Phase 1. Around the globe, humanity's hidden quantum network came alive. Every plant, every engineered cell, began generating quantum fields that rippled through space-time in ways the Confederation had deemed impossible. Their monitoring systems, designed to detect and suppress conventional quantum technology, were completely blind to the biological quantum revolution happening right in front of them. Confederation vessels are powering up their suppression fields, Rivera announced. They're preparing to lock down all quantum activity in the solar system. Let them try, Sarah said, her voice calm. Activate the Prometheus protocol. The ship's organic systems responded instantly. Billions of engineered chlorophyll cells began generating quantum fields that interacted with space-time in ways that defied Confederation physics. The vessel didn't just disappear from their sensors. It created a cascade of false readings that made it impossible to determine what was real and what wasn't. Multiple Confederation warships entering the system, Rivera reported. They're moving to surround Earth. Sarah watched as the massive alien vessels took up attack positions. Their crystalline hulls gleamed in the sunlight, their weapon systems charging with enough power to reduce Earth's technology to the Stone Age. But they were about to learn that humanity had evolved beyond their understanding. All Earth defense stations, execute Phase 2, she ordered. The response was immediate and overwhelming. Every park, every forest, every blade of grass on Earth became part of humanity's defense network. Quantum fields generated by organic computers created a protective bubble around the planet that operated on principles the Confederation couldn't comprehend, let alone counter. Confederation ships are firing their suppression beams, Rivera announced, his voice tense. The energy beams struck Earth's atmosphere and did absolutely nothing. The organic quantum network absorbed their energy, converting it into fuel for its own operations. It was like trying to suppress life itself. Send the message, Sarah commanded. A transmission burst from the Prometheus, broadcasting on all Confederation frequencies. Dr. Elena Santos's voice, calm and clear, echoed across space. To the Galactic Confederation High Council, your containment protocols were based on a fundamental misunderstanding. You thought you could suppress our development by controlling our technology, but you forgot something crucial. Earth's biosphere has been conducting quantum operations for billions of years. We didn't develop new technology. We simply learned to speak our planet's native language. The Confederation ships hung motionless in space as their sensors tried to make sense of what was happening. Their suppression fields, designed to neutralize artificial quantum technology, were useless against Earth's organic quantum network. All ships, execute Phase 3, Sarah ordered. Across the solar system, hundreds of seemingly ordinary human vessels suddenly revealed their true nature. Each one was a bioquantum warship, their organic systems operating on principles that made them invisible to Confederation detection systems. "Ma'am," Rivera called out, "we're detecting quantum communications between the Confederation ships." They're requesting a parley." Sarah smiled. The Confederation had tried to contain humanity by restricting their technological development. Instead, they had forced humanity to discover an entirely new path, one that merged technology with the fundamental quantum nature of life itself. "Send our response," she commanded. "Tell them we're happy to talk, as equals." Around Earth, the organic quantum network continued to pulse with power, a testament to humanity's ability to find new solutions to impossible problems. The containment protocol hadn't just failed. It had catalyzed humanity's greatest technological leap forward. The galaxy was about to learn a crucial lesson. Never try to contain a species that turns limitations into opportunities. The Proxima Gambit. The space around Proxima Centauri blazed with quantum distortions as the Confederation fleet arrived in force. 50 warships, Their crystalline hulls, gleaming with power, emerged from hyperspace to find what appeared to be a single Earth defense platform orbiting humanity's first extrasolar colony. Fleet Commander Santol's crystalline form pulsed with confidence as he surveyed the seemingly minimal defenses. These humans think they can protect their colony with a single platform. Their arrogance will be their undoing. But Dr. Maya Chen, watching from the colony's supposedly primitive agricultural dome, knew better. Every plant in the massive structure was part of their trap, each leaf and stem a component of the most sophisticated bioquantum weapon ever created. "They're taking the bait," she subvocalized to Admiral Hawthorne, who was coordinating the operation from Earth. "All 50 ships, just as predicted. Begin the final calibration," Hawthorne's voice whispered in her mind. "Remember, we only get one shot at this." Maya turned to the vast indoor forest that filled the agricultural dome. To Confederation sensors, it looked like a simple hydroponics facility. In reality, every plant had been engineered to respond to specific quantum frequencies, creating a biological supercomputer that dwarfed anything the Confederation could imagine. "All colonists are in the shelters," reported Dr. James O'Neill, her second in command. "The Confederation ships are moving into attack formation." Through quantum-entangled communications that the Confederation couldn't detect, Maya received confirmation that similar bioquantum networks on Earth and Mars were ready. What they were about to attempt had never been done before, using organic quantum computers to manipulate spacetime itself. Xantol's voice boomed across all frequencies. "This is your only warning. Surrender your colony and submit to technological restrictions, or we will be forced to demonstrate the consequences of defiance." Maya nodded to O'Neill. "Show them our response." The agricultural dome's environmental systems began to shift. Thousands of engineered plants started releasing specific proteins into the air, creating a quantum resonance field that rippled through spacetime. To the Confederation sensors, it would look like nothing more than normal biological processes. "They're charging their primary weapons," O'Neill reported, monitoring the Confederation fleet through their bioquantum sensors. "Preparing to fire in 30 seconds. Maya touched a control panel made of living tissue. "Activate the Gaia protocol." The entire agricultural dome came alive with quantum energy. Every plant, every cell, began generating quantum fields that interacted with spacetime in ways the Confederation had deemed impossible. The effect spread outward, creating a web of quantum distortions that was invisible to conventional sensors. "Energy spike," O'Neill called out. "They're firing." 50 suppression beams lanced out from the Confederation warships, converging on the defense platform. But instead of destroying it, the beams encountered something unprecedented. A quantum field generated by living matter that bent their energy back on itself. "By the first stars," Santol's voice crackled with disbelief. "What is this?" Maya opened a channel to the Confederation fleet. "This is what happens when you force a species to think differently. You try to suppress our quantum technology, so we turn to something you never thought to monitor: life itself." The bioquantum network expanded, its effect amplified by similar networks on Earth and Mars. Spacetime began to twist in ways that defied Confederation physics, creating a cascade of quantum effects that their ship's systems couldn't process. "Their ships are losing power," O'Neill reported with a grim smile. "The bioquantum field is disrupting their crystalline matrices." Through their quantum-entangled communications, Maya received Hawthorne's order: "Execute final phase." She placed her hand on a living console. "Initiate Operation Photosynthesis." The agricultural dome's plants began a synchronized quantum reaction that had taken years to perfect. Each leaf, each cell, became part of a vast organic computer that could manipulate the fundamental forces of the universe. The effect was devastating. Confederation ships found their sophisticated quantum technology rendered useless by fields they couldn't detect or counter. Their crystalline computing cores, the pride of their civilization, were being overwhelmed by quantum signals that seemed to come from empty space itself. "This is impossible," Xantol broadcast. Our understanding of quantum mechanics is absolute. That was your mistake, Maya responded. You thought you knew all the rules. But life has been conducting quantum operations since the first cell divided. We didn't break your laws of physics. We just learned to work with the ones you never noticed. The Confederation fleet hung helpless in space, their ships trapped in a web of bioquantum energy that operated outside their understanding of reality. The battle for Proxima Centauri was over before it had truly begun. Signal from Earth, O'Neill announced. The Confederation High Council is requesting an immediate ceasefire and negotiations. Maya looked out at the stunned Confederation fleet, their mighty warships now powerless against humanity's fusion of biology and quantum physics. Tell them we accept, on the condition that they recognize our right to develop our own path forward. The agricultural dome continued its quantum dance, its engineered plants maintaining the field that held the Confederation fleet in check. Humanity hadn't just defended itself, they had demonstrated a completely new way of manipulating the universe, one that merged the quantum nature of life with the power of human innovation. The galaxy would never be the same. Symphony of Stars. In the Crystal Hall of Harmony on neutral ground, a space station orbiting Saturn's rings, representatives from Earth and the Confederation gathered for what would become known as the most significant diplomatic summit in galactic history. The station's transparent walls offered a stunning view of Saturn's rings, their ice crystals dancing in the sunlight like nature's own quantum display. Admiral Hawthorne stood beside Dr. Elena Santos as they waited for the Confederation High Council to arrive. The chamber itself was a testament to the new reality they had created, its walls lined with both crystalline quantum processors and Earth's bioorganic computing systems, working in harmony. "They're here," Elena murmured, her neural implants detecting the quantum signatures of the approaching Confederation delegation. The High Council members entered, a diverse group of beings from across the galaxy. Leading them was High Chancellor Vexnar, their crystalline form shifting through colors that reflected their emotional state. Behind them came representatives from a dozen member species, each watching the humans with a mixture of fear and fascination. "We have reviewed your proposal," Vexnar began, their voice resonating through quantum translation fields. "It is unprecedented. Like everything else about humanity," Elena responded with a slight smile. "That's rather our specialty." Holographic displays materialized around them, showing the results of the first joint research projects between human and Confederation scientists. The images told a story of two fundamentally different approaches to quantum mechanics coming together to create something entirely new. "Your bioquantum technology," one of the council members spoke, their gaseous form swirling with interest. "It operates on principles we never considered possible. Our entire understanding of quantum mechanics was based on crystalline structures. Nature has been conducting quantum operations since the first spark of life," Elena explained. "We didn't invent anything new. We just learned to speak the language life has been using for billions of years." The displays shifted to show the new hybrid technologies already emerging from cooperation between Earth and Confederation scientists. Biocrystalline computers that combined the best of both approaches. Ships powered by engines that use both artificial and organic quantum processes. Medical treatments that merged Confederation crystal tech with Earth's biological quantum manipulation. "We were wrong," Vexnar admitted, their crystalline form pulsing with humility. "We sought to contain your development because we feared what we did not understand. Instead, we forced you to discover something revolutionary." Admiral Hawthorne stepped forward. "That's why we're proposing the Galactic Scientific Exchange Initiative. No more containment protocols, no more artificial limitations. Instead, we share our knowledge openly, learning from each other's approaches." The chamber hummed with quantum energy as both human and Confederation systems processed the implications. The displays showed projections of what could be achieved through cooperation, achievements that neither civilization could reach alone. "Your organic quantum networks," another council member observed, "they don't just process information, they adapt and evolve. Combined with our crystalline technology, the possibilities are endless. Alina finished. That's what we've been trying to show you. The universe is too vast, too complex for any one approach to be sufficient. Diversity, in thought, in method, in approach, that's the key to true advancement. Vexnar's form shifted to a deep blue of decision. The High Council accepts your proposal. The containment protocols are hereby abolished. In their place, we establish the Galactic Scientific Exchange Initiative. Around them, the hybrid quantum systems hummed with increased activity, as if celebrating the decision. Through the station's transparent walls, Saturn's rings continued their eternal dance, a reminder of the natural harmony they were working to achieve. There will be those who resist this change, Vexnar warned. Many in the Confederation have grown comfortable with our traditional understanding of physics. Admiral Hawthorne smiled. Change is never easy. But as humanity has shown, sometimes the greatest breakthroughs come when we're forced to think differently. We're not asking the Confederation to abandon their knowledge. We're inviting them to expand it. The formal signing of the initiative took place against the backdrop of Saturn's rings. As the documents were processed by both crystalline and bioquantum computers, Alina reflected on the journey that had brought them here. What had begun as an attempt to suppress humanity had instead led to a renaissance of scientific understanding. To the future, Vexnar proclaimed, their form shimmering with all the colors of possibility. To harmony, Alina responded, watching as the hybrid quantum systems around them pulsed with combined power, not just between civilizations, but between all approaches to understanding the universe. As the delegation departed, Admiral Hawthorne and Alina stood watching Saturn's rings. They thought they could contain human ingenuity, Alina mused. Instead, they helped us reach heights we might never have discovered on our own. That's humanity's greatest strength, Hawthorne replied. We don't just overcome obstacles, we transform them into stepping stones. They tried to limit our understanding of quantum mechanics, and we showed them that the universe has more songs to sing than anyone imagined. Alina finished, watching as a bioquantum ship emerged from Earth's new hybrid space dock, its systems a perfect blend of crystalline and organic technology. The symphony of stars was just beginning.